Hey guys, Darth Glurk here, back with part 1 of our brand new playthrough. We will be playing through Dragon Age Inquisition. The time is finally upon us. It feels like eternity ago when we started our Dragon Age journey. And we did Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, and we just did so much stuff. And we unfortunately had to put Dragon Age Inquisition on pause because we did not have the DLC for this game. However, tax time is upon us, and I did my taxes, and I had enough to get the DLC, so I did. And now we have all of the DLC for this game that is relevant to the story. We got all 3 major story stuff, and we even got, as a bonus, a couple of little packs that have mounts and like decorations and things. So we have all of anything that matters in this game. And I am so incredibly excited to be doing this with you guys. Now, I did talk about this in the beginning of our... Well, first, look how cool that is. But anyway, but I did talk about this in the beginning of my... several times over the last few Star Wars The Old Republic parts. So the plan is we will do this game. Whenever this game is over, we will be hopping into the last 4 class stories of our Old Republic playthroughs. So... very excited about that, and I am like twitching out about this, and I'm very, very excited. So, I did a sound test. I did a couple of sound tests before this, so sound should be okay. If I notice that anything isn't right, then of course it will be changed in the subsequent parts, but at least for an initial part, this seemed like it was good enough to me. But as usual, it is subject to change depending on how things sound in the next few parts. The other thing is, of course, I have my little desk fan blowing on me, but it is down low on my bed, so hopefully it shouldn't be distractingly loud, if I'm hopeful. Anyway, anything else we needed to talk about? I don't think so. But anyway, actually, I gotta make a quick little cut here because I need to check our little document and my little guide for how I'm gonna make my character and stuff. So, hang on, BRB. Alright, we are back. So I did glance at my little document here. So, now, going in through a few things. Now, Dragon Age Inquisition has some faults, and it has a lot of things it does right. And so we will be just talking about them a little bit as we are making our decisions. So, of course, we have 4 races in, well, it's actually not of course, because previously we've only had 3, at best. But anyway, in this one we have 4 races. Of course, you have male and female. You have these little tarot cards, I think is what they're called, and they have this really cool art on them. But of course, we are going to be playing as a girl. Very excited about that. But anyway, so your options are human, you have elf, you have dwarf, and for the first time you have Qunari. So that's different. Now, don't let the super cool tarot card deceive you. The Qunari females are, no offense, but I could not make them look good. They were just startlingly not pretty. I've tried to avoid saying ugly, but they were so ugly. So I couldn't make the Qunari females work. Now, I think being a Qunari would be fun, but you would pretty much have to play as a male. I think, to make them look good. I mean, it is possible. It's been a long time, and maybe I could find something different to make it better. Hang on, I'm tilting up my fan so it actually hits me a little bit. Anyway, and again, I hope that's not blowing it right into the microphone and sounding horrible. Anywho, so we have 4 different races, so we will be playing as a human, but I will be reading the little things about them. Now, one cool thing before that is each race gets a bonus, which is really cool. So depending on which race you are will depend on what bonuses you're getting. So that's very, very fun. So the humans get a bonus ability point at the start of the game. Elves get a 25% bonus to range defense. Dwarves get a 25% defense bonus to magic, they get 25% bonus to magic defense, and then Qunari get a 10% physical damage resistance. So everyone has a little bonus depending on their race, which is fun, and honestly probably realistic. And so that's pretty cool. Now, reading about their little, sort of, not like bios, but I guess maybe bio is the right word? Anyway, humans are the most numerous and powerful race in Thedas. They are also the most divided politically, and seem to thirst for conflict. Human characters receive ability bonus, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then you have elves. Elves are a historically oppressed people, distinguishable by their lithe frames and pointed ears. Though most survive in the poorest fringes of human cities, others live as nomads known as the Dalish. and then of course their little bonus. Dwarves are short, stocky, and most spend their entire lives underground. Those exiled to the surface are often merchants or smugglers. Because dwarves have no connection to the Fade, they cannot be mages, they receive bonuses, blah 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 blah. Alright, then Qunari. The Qunari are a race of horned giants who follow a strict religious text known as the Qun. Those who have abandoned its principles are known as Tal Vashath, and often work as mercenaries. And then, of course, their little bonus. Now, we will be playing as a human. It's funny, I have only ever been an elf in this game. This is my least played Dragon Age. So there's a lot of this. I mean, obviously, I've never played the DLC before, but a lot of this is going to be new for me. It'll be like re-experiencing it, because I have only been all the way through maybe once or twice, and so it's my least played Dragon Age. Now, don't mistake that for it being a bad game. It's not. It is a really fun game. There's a lot in it that's right. The fact is, I just often start Dragon Age as a series, because I can't like start one at a time. The way, just because they're a series and all your decisions carry over, I have to play them all as a series. So the thing is, I'll start one, and it's hard to make through 3 Dragon Age games in a row. So if you're not feeling it the whole time. So anyway, that's the only reason that we don't always make it through. But I've only ever been an elf in this game, never been a dwarf or a Qunari or a human. So this will be new for me too, but we will be playing as a human. Now, the other cool thing is the way that this is set up, you can choose what class you want to be. So you can choose what class you want to be. Now, it is fun because now this is not an end-all be-all. All of your choices they do change. If you wanted, like if you started as a dual wield and you decided, you know what, I don't want to be a dual wield, and you wanted to be an archer, you could totally do that. You're not bound to this. This is just a start. Like, what do you want to start at? You know what I mean? And so it's just one of those things that it's not as bad as, it's not like you're not tied to it. So don't let this deceive you. But your options, of course, are rogue with a dual wield or a bow. You have a warrior that with two-handed or a weapon and shield, and then you have a mage. Now, we'll read our little synopsises, but I already know which one I'm going to do. But anyway, rogues are fighters who rely on speed and agility rather than heavy armor, using skill and an advantageous position on the battlefield to deal incredible damage. They may get up close and personal with daggers or strike from a distance with arrows, and then both of the same, of course. And then warriors. Warriors are frontline combatants able to withstand incredible punishment in heavy armor. They are proficient in the use of two-handed weapons like mauls and great swords, but may combine a smaller weapon with a shield for added defense. And then, of course, the same. And then mages. Mages channel magical power into spells capable of a wide range of effects, from debilitating opponents, protecting allies, or unleashing devastating elemental energy. Those who wield magic are widely feared for their abilities, and their rebellion against the Chantry control has left the land in chaos. Anyway, now we will be playing as a rogue archer. I am very, very excited about this, and I hope you guys are as well. Let's hit it. Now, we will be playing on normal. There is lots of difficulties. There is, of course, casual for characters who are scared to death of doing anything. You have normal for, the most normal, balanced one. You have hard, which is for, like, seasoned people and everything's a lot tougher. You have nightmare, and like the little thing, let's go back. Casual, for players new to role-playing games or those interested in a purely narrative-focused, combat will provide minimal challenge. Then you have normal, for players interested in a balanced but challenging gameplay experience. This setting is recommended for most players. Then you have hard, for seasoned players looking for a significant challenge in combat. Enemies are punishing and battles require a clever mind for tactics. You have nightmare, for masochists and the truly mad. It doesn't get more challenging than this. Then you have custom. So custom is different. For players looking to tweak their difficulty settings, playing with trials on will increase your challenge, but you will also earn unique equipment. So you can customize the difficulty in certain things if you want certain parts of the game to be hard or whatever. We're not doing that because I've never done that, probably never will. We'll just play on normal because it's the most normal, the most balanced, blah 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 blah. Now, this is something that I actually I've never read, okay? And this is actually a new development for myself. So there is a little background. It will do a quick little character summary and will tell you basically about who you are and why you're doing what you're doing and stuff like that. Okay, now the funny thing, I always assumed this little section was actually just like terms and service, or you know what I mean. I assumed it was red tape stuff that didn't matter, so I've actually never read them for any of my playthroughs, and I always had so many questions why am I here, what's happening, and it always never made sense, and it was part of the challenge to figure out why the heck you're doing what you're doing or where you are. So it's actually interesting that there is actually a it's actually interesting that they actually do tell you a background. It was one of my gripes. I'm like, why don't they just spell it out? Well, they do. I just was too stupid to read it. Anyway, so this is the character summary. It gives you a little background about who you are and why you are or whatever. Anyway, as the youngest child of the... Oh, man. Trevelyan? I'm assuming it's not Yan. I'm assuming it's like Trevelyan, some noble house. You grew up in the free marches city of Ostwick and have enjoyed a life of privilege, with close family ties to the Chantry and many relatives among the priesthood and the Templars. You were always expected to follow a similar path in service of the Maker. Regardless of how you feel about the matter personally, willing or unwilling, you were sent to the Chantry's conclave to assist relatives who sought to make peace between the Templars and the Mages. It didn't go well. Yeah. So there you go. There's the background. All you needed to know. Hang on, I keep moving my fan around trying to figure out where the best place to put it is. Okay, would you like to import? Yes. Successful 119. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's my world state. Perfect. That was actually one of my I was actually worried that my world state wouldn't transport over, but it did. We're good. We're in good shape. Anywho, so yeah, it is. I'm very excited for this. I did do, of course, all of our Dragon Age Keep stuff in the beginning. So we are all imported. Now, for those of you who don't know, how you import from your 360 to your Xbox One or whatever, how you import from Dragon Age like Inquisition and 2 to Inquisition, or Origins 2 to Inquisition, is there is a site called Dragon Age Keep, and then there's this tapestry where basically you fill out all the decisions that matter. And you fill out your characters and you write all the positions that matter, and like everything you can lay it all out. So that way the game knows what decisions you made, what happened, and it bases what it does around that. So we will be reminded of our decisions of what we did in the first 2 games by what happens here. Anyway, so character creation's pretty intense this time around. There's a lot more going on. Now, honestly, we will probably not touch too much of it. Just because the more I touch, the worse it looks. Now, we're probably just going to go with one. Honestly, we're just going to go with one. We'll just customize a few things that matters, but mostly we're not going to touch it. So it was on about the middle. Anyway, I will probably fiddle with this, and I will show you guys the completed result just for, saving time. Alrighty, here we are back again. So, I think I'm pretty much done. So it's a little hard to tell because the lighting is green, right? And so it kind of throws off like the color, but I'm pretty sure that her color is red. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me, but I think. Now, here's our voice.
You leave me no choice.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
There we go. And otherwise, I'm happy with it. Again, I don't mess with too much because the more I touch, the worse it looks a lot of the time. So if I'm like throwing around the nose and throwing around everything else, it just like ruins it. And so I just do minor changes. I change hair color. I do some of the makeup. I do tattoo and hair colors and tattoo designs, hair choices, stuff like that. Okay, Evelyn. Am I okay with Evelyn? I mean, it probably doesn't matter, right? Well, if it doesn't matter, we might as well change it to something you know. Okay. We're going to call her Blair. Hopefully we don't already have a Blair. If we do, it's a complete coincidence. Because it makes sense, right? We're the archer, and from the story that my sister and I are writing, Blair is the archer, so, it makes sense. If you're wondering why I keep not doing anything and I'm just like randomly yapping, it's because I am drying my hands repeatedly. Oy, it's so hard to be a sweater. And not like a sweater that you would wear, but someone who sweats. Oh, gross. It's like spider creatures. Run. Run away. They're so nasty. There's so many of them. Quickly, take the ghost lady's hand. Ghost lady, help me. I'm okay. I'm not okay. Walk it off, it's a flesh wound. They're like, what on earth? I like you're like literally smoking. They're like, what just happened? Oh man. So there you go. The background. What more could you possibly need? They're like, what? We don't know what's happening yet. Like, nothing makes sense yet. Don't worry. Give it time. It'll all become clear. Fear not. I am so happy that we're doing this. Gonna be honest, it's been so long since I played Xbox, holding a controller felt a little weird for a minute. True story. That's how long it's been. Like, I like how they treat me like I'm in freaking, like, Alcatraz. Like, literally 4 drawn swords in my face. I'm, like, chained to the floor with, like, shackles on my hands and on my arms. Like, what do you expect me to do? Like, jump up and assassinate you? Ha, my hair is red. Mission accomplished. I'm so good. I'm so happy considering it's a literal guess. Because the lighting in there does not make it look red. It's just, it's like a gut instinct thing. Guys, relax. I'm not like a... Hello, Liliana.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now.
It's a little aggressive.
Is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead, except for you.
I'm lucky. Okay, so obviously they're telling you how to talk. So basically, the little arrows in the middle. Now this is one of the things that are different. Some things are similar. The little like icons are different. This just means it branches into other dialogue. So otherwise, it doesn't really matter.
Explain this.
I'm not talking to you, idiots.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
Easy. Let me live.
We need her, Cassandra.
You guys remember Cassandra? She was interrogating Varric in the beginning of the first game. Alright, some dialogues will give you opportunity to respond emotionally to situations. When these opportunities appear, special icons will highlight the emotion tied to the response. So this is like, the little crying is like really emotional, you're very sad about it. The fist is angry and mean and aggressive. The confused, the little spin in the thing is like maybe you don't know what's happening or like you just have questions. And then what now? It's just like business, like you're just stern. But this is like aggressive mean. This is like flat, just like what?
Whatever you think I did, I'm innocent.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then a woman?
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then...
Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you.
Guess we'll see. Still chained up, mind you. I'm not that free. They just took off the extra arm shackles. Just the bonus arm shackles. Tell you what, though, this game is so pretty. Definitely such a great upgrade. I mean, I loved 2. 2 is probably my favorite one. But still, though. Oh, it looks so good. This came out so good.
It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world.
Ow.
Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
Okay, so something else. So like all of these just branch on and then investigate. If it's just a question mark, it's just question. That's all that is. It's just if you wanted to know. Now, of course, we are going to be playing like I don't know anything. Now, of course, there's a lot of things that I know, but I am going to, you know, this is our journey, kids. This is our journey. We're on it together. So, of course, I'll be asking lots of questions and stuff like that.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is. And you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
So if I do what you want, will I live through it?
We have no way of knowing.
Ah, great. Sweet. It's perfect. I'm like, thank you, I can walk. I'm not crippled, I'm just shackled.
They have decided your
They're
guilt.
upset.
They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed.
Like, can you please untie me? Or don't stab me, please?
There will be a trial. I can promise no more.
Trial for what? I was just there.
It is not far.
I mean,
Where are you
granted,
taking me?
my hand's glowing, but
Your mark must be tested on
Hey.
something smaller than the breach.
there you go. Well, there you go, kids. We are in game, and look how pretty this thing is. Ah, so gorgeous. So, basically, okay, so here's what we know, right? So obviously we know Cassandra and Liliana from their interrogation, because they were interrogating Varric in Dragon Age 2. Now, obviously, we know Liliana for more than that, but that's how we met Cassandra. We did learn that the Warden is, you know, obviously MIA. The Warden is missing, and Hawk is missing. Now, Hawk's whereabouts will be talked about. The Warden's will barely be talked about. So, and I mean, now again, this is my knowledge without playing DLC. I have not played DLC. I don't know if any of this is cleared up in DLC. I have no idea. However, I do know what happens based upon the vanilla Dragon Age Inquisition and basically playing the other games. So obviously we know that the Warden is gone because he went with Morrigan through the mirror into the Fade or wherever else that Morrigan hangs out. The other plane, wherever they are, that's where the Warden is. That's why he's missing, and that's why he's gone, because he's with his love hiding in the Rift or the Fade or wherever the crap he is. Anyway, now Hawk's whereabouts will be talked about in here, and that'll be made clear about what's happening with her and whatnot. But anyway, so that's what we know. We also know that that Cassandra and Liliana are looking for them, and we don't exactly know why, but that will be made clear pretty shortly. Now, obviously, my character was here because she was trying to make peace between Templars and mages, because she had family in the Chantry and in the Templars, and she was sent there whether she wanted to or not, and that's why she was here to begin with. So that's what we know, pretty much. That's all the important things. We also know I fell through that thing, and, well, basically, okay, that's the other thing we know. So this is the Urn of Sacred Ashes. If you guys recall from the first game, that once we discovered the Urn of Sacred Ashes, I am pretty sure we didn't do anything with them. We didn't defile them or anything. We just allowed them to be shared with everybody. I'm almost positive that's what we did. And this is where that Chantry was built. So this Chantry is around the Urn of Sacred Ashes, because now it's a very holy site. Now we also know that it is now exploded, so the Chantry is no more, and the head of the Chantry, Divine Justinia, is toast. So that's what we know, and that's what my character was going to. That's what we know. Anyway, I just want to make it clear, and I want to connect the lines for you guys, because it's not always very clear, and in the past it's often very easy to feel like you have no idea what's happening, and I don't want that to feel that way for us. I want it to be fresh on everyone's minds and know what's happening and know why and all that jazz. So anyway, I like to connect the dots for you guys so you don't feel lost, and so you know what's happening. Now, so there's a few things that are new.
Open the gate.
If you click.
The valley.
Yes, we are. If you click left stick, now there's a search function. So now, every time you click it, you can search. So that it makes it easier to find loot and find things, because you can just click it as you run hyperactively, which is good for me considering I'm someone who always does things hyperactively. But anyway, and it's really nice because this allows you to find loot, find weapons, find just stuff like that. That's a new feature. It's very, very, very cool. Let's go, peons. Tell you what, though, it's so pretty, man. This game is so gorgeous. Come on, Cassandra. Let's go there. I don't want to die. Ah! Ow. I fell, Cassandra. Help me up.
The pulses are coming faster now.
I noticed. Thank you. It's almost like they're killing me or something.
The larger the breach grows, the more rift we hear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
There you go. That's the background. That's what's going on. Quickly now, woman, I don't want to die. And if I don't, then I will. We're good. I just thought I saw loot. Let's go, gentlemen. Ah! There goes the bridge. It's just such a cool effect, though. Ugh, the graphics. I'm drooling right now. And not just because I have mental problems, but... Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't even finish that. I was laughing at my own stupid joke.
Stay behind me.
I totally trust you. Also, there's a demon appearing. Demon appearing. Bow and arrows. Demon appearing. Grab the bow. I don't want to die for this demon. Oh, you're going down, bro Chacho. Another cool feature is the archer can fire and move at the same time, which is very cool. Hey, it's dead.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now.
Seriously?
A demon attacked me. What was I supposed to do?
You don't need to fight.
Are you saying it won't happen again?
You're right.
I know.
I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. Your life is threatened enough as it is.
Thank you. Glad you noticed. Alright, so left button allows you to consume a
Take
potion.
these potions. Maker knows what we will face.
I appreciate it, but I'm not going to use one. I don't need
Where
it.
are all your soldiers?
At the forward camp or fighting. We are on our own for now.
Just want to make sure there's no loot. And kids, I would advise you to get used to searching for loot, because it will be your eternal quest in this game. Still, though, really excited to be playing an archer again. I love playing as an archer in this game. Ooh, loot. A helmet? Don't worry, guys. I wouldn't worry about it. I already did the hide helmet option in the menu. Because, yes, it's an option in this game. And I already did the hide helmet option, so... Let's see. Actually, can I... How do I... Is that how you do that? Nope, that's not it. We can do this. Ah, we did it. I'm a genius. Okay, so we can do this, but I don't... Alright, we'll wear the helmet. I'm using the hide helmet option anyway. It's fine. We also have another mercenary coat, I suppose. See? You can't see it, but I'm wearing it. Which is good, because why would you want to cover up my pretty face? I don't know. Hark. Loot. Money. Abilities. Abilities consume mana and stamina for powerful combat effects. Most abilities require time to pass before reuse.
There! Watch out!
Yes, they do.
If we flank them, we may gain the advantage.
I'm gonna stay up here and shoot at them. So you can lock the camera by clicking right stick. You can lock onto your enemy. I honestly I almost never use it because, like, I'm like, why? Like, you can see where the crosshair is. Why do I need to close in on him? Like, I know where he is. So anyway, that's just something that I've always done. So obviously there's stuff down there. I just wanted to make sure there was nothing around this corner. Aha! Resources. Elf fruit and iron. Very good. And crafting is a big part of this game as well. There's a lot to craft, lots to make. So gathering as much resources as humanly possible, as quickly as possible, is the way to go. Shadow essence. I almost said essence. I don't know what shadow essence is, but we got it. Whatever it was. Money. Elf fruit. Alright. Come on, Cassandra. Can't wait for you forever. Oh, so maybe we could explain the HUD really quick. So there's been some innovations as far as the HUD is concerned for our Dragon Age experience. On the bottom right, you will see that we now have our little bar here. That is the same as it's been. The difference is now they added right button to it, and so now you can have up to 8 abilities mapped at any one time, which is fantastic. Now on the top right, you will see our little character portraits here. And it's very, very cool. So it's the same style, like the art style is like the tarot cards, or I think that's what they're called. Same style, and so it's very cool that everyone has their own little tarot card portrait thing, which is very cool. So anyway, just like to point these things out because, you know, some things are different, and you might want to see the differences.
Up on the hill. It attacks from a distance.
Yes, thank you. Now there is an upgrade that we can get later to be able to move faster while we shoot. And of course we will be getting that. I wasn't even in the animation.
One down.
Super delayed. One down! Yeah, he was down like way far away from us. Alright, maybe there's some... Aha! The other thing is using the search function highlights things, as you can see. It's the reason I can find things so easily. And that's the reason I'm spamming the search function like every few seconds. And by every few seconds, I pretty much mean every second. But hey, what are you gonna do? Guess we keep going, no?
Ah! They're falling from the breach.
And this is nice for me because being a rogue, I can be kind of squishy. Watch why this little guy's never gonna see me coming. See, what did I say? But yeah, it's actually an important ability because it'll keep you alive. When you're a rogue, being able to just vanish and run away from danger. Just like in real life, it's always the way to go. Okay. We did it. Okay, one thing at a time. Memory serves that there is a couple of things over here. There's also an upgrade you can get later to... I'm pretty sure you can expand your search function. So, like, the radius, so it'll detect things farther away. Which, you know, obviously is a fantastic thing. Oh, something else we should explain. So, if you see Cassandra's little portrait there, there's a little silver, like, icon above her... like health bar. So that is called guard. It's something that they've added in this game, and it is it's kind of weird. So what it does is some abilities build guard. Now Cassandra is a shield and sword character, and so because of that, she builds guard. So some abilities build it, where basically it's a second health bar essentially. So it will go down instead of your actual health when you're getting hit. Now mages and rogues and non-shield, mages and rogues can build guard. But theirs is like it's like a barrier where basically it's a blue bar and it will go down and stuff. So it's the same thing for them, but it's not quite as effective, and they're not as tanky, obviously. The two-handed warrior builds some guard, but not very much. And honestly, they did something, and they broke the two-handed warrior in this game. So they're so incredibly fragile. I have never been able to use a two-handed warrior that didn't die incredibly fast. So I don't know what they did with the class, but at least as far as my memory serves, they broke the two-handed warrior, so he's not very good anymore. So it's a shame, but you know, there it is.
We must help them.
Hang on. Methinks there is a... Really, there's not at all? Alright. Memory said, I swore there was something in that fire over there. Whatever. I was gonna say, can I not help out? But I can. Hello, Varric. Reunited.
Quickly, before more come through.
Oh!
What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
I closed that thing. How?
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Are you at the Chantry, or...?
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
Ah.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
It's good to meet you, Varric.
You may reconsider that stance in time.
Oh, I won't.
Aw, I'm sure we'll become great friends in the valley, Chuckles.
Lols.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade, far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
That's a commendable attitude.
Merely a sensible one. Although sense appears to be in short supply right now.
It always is,
Cassandra,
brochacho.
you should know. The magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
There you go, man. There you go,
This
man.
way, down the bank. The road ahead is blocked.
In a momento.
Quickly.
Just like, always check dead ends, man. 'Tis the law. Everywhere. Oh, there. I was just like, where? And, ooh, Ferelden Army Longbow. Nice. Let's see here. Weapons. Ooh, it is barely better. And honestly, it looks cooler anyway. So that works. We're not gonna need another bow, so we can... Oh, don't destroy it. I meant... So the other thing is they do have the move to junk, but they call it valuables. Valuables means it's going to be sold, so move that to valuables or whatever. All right, ready, team? Let's go. It's like I knew. Anyway, so you can control other party members with like you can go up and down the D-pad and control them if you need them to be doing something or targeting someone. Figurine of someone the betrayer.
Glad you brought me now, Seeker.
Yeah, are you? I am. Okay, so this is a mode that it's important to get acquainted with because we're never going to use it. So basically, this is a tactical mode where they added it. So if you wanted to play it like a borderline RTS, like if you wanted to be able to control them, like stop battle, control them, see their health, like be like incredibly tactical, you could use this. Honestly, I never ever use it. Technically, you can. So you use like right stick to toggle targets. You can click it to scan the battlefield, switch control between party members, press A to issue orders to a specific spot or attack an enemy, blah, blah, blah. So you can hold right trigger to advance time. See what I mean? So you can like zoom around, zoom out, look up and down, figure out. You can like cycle through party members, stuff like that. Honestly, we're probably rarely going to use this ability, if ever, just because it's not how I play. I don't know. Oh no! I'm accidentally in my other character. Guys, they're all after me. As you can see, the little blue bar that's vanishing on my health, that's the, I missed, you're so lucky. Target my... That's what I need. I was just waiting for my stealth to come back. And as you can see, that demon has a blue bar. He also has the same, like, you know, barrier ability that everyone else does. Okay, we're good. And healing potion. Okay, so looking at our little bar here, and you just have to click it. So this is like a potion and also like commanding your followers. You could tell them, attack my target, disengage, you know, hold position. And then there's an empty slot here where you could put other potions that you can make. You can obviously have more potions here. You can have up to 3. And then there is clear commands. And then there's this one, which is going to be where your mounts will be kept. Now, we don't have any mounts yet, and it'll be locked for a little while. But eventually we will get them back. So, also, your companions are smart enough to use... I know there's loot back there. But anyway, your companions are smart enough to use potions. So there's less babysitting than there has been historically in other Dragon Ages, because in some of them it does require you're pretty much just babysitting, but it's not necessarily the case with this one. Summerstone, Dragonling Scales. So these are both craftable stuff. Craftable items. There's a lot of that. Oops, apparently I have to go to this side. Pardon me. Money. And a silver bracelet, which will be sellable. Okay, and I save pretty often just because in case it freezes, there's less backtracking. Ooh, elf fruit. Okay, now memory serves, there is some stuff over here. Money! And then there's like iron up here. Alright, some elf fruit, and then we can go down and actually loot the demons that we killed.
Are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
True.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Also true. Okay, other thing we gotta look at before we motate. The burning house. Luckily, I remember how to get inside. Move it. And you gotta actually watch out. I'm almost positive fire actually hurts. Wow. Money! Oh, man. Oh, wow, I got through it. We're okay. Alright. That's all that, and then I just wanted to check over here. And I do know where we're supposed to go. But... wow, how long is this? What the heck is over here? Wow, this goes quite a ways. What the heck is over here? I have never been over here before. Wow, there's a demon over here too. Let's try, nerd. Help, Cassandra, help! Thank you. Hey!
So, I take it you're from the Free Marches.
Oh.
Accent. I'm from Kirkwall, but you're from further east, maybe?
That's quite the A you have.
I'm all kinds of impressive.
Hey, that's cool. I've never seen that because I've only ever been an elf, so that's cool. And I've also never been over here. Or if I have, it's been a long time. Okay, so Life Orb Damian is a one-time thing. Basically, when you're about to take your final blow and actually die, this thing will shatter you and heal you. So it's a good, like, you know, last resort lifeline. So that's pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and equip that. But hey, yeah, that's pretty cool. Didn't know this was all the way over here. So yeah, really quick. Back there, you probably saw. So there was the right click, like clicking the stick option. So basically, your companions will do a lot of talking with each other. In this one, just like they have it in the last few. Now, they'll do a lot of talking with each other, and part of that is all very dependent upon who they're walking with. Now, because you and Varric have something in common, you're both from the Free Marches, and so you guys talk about that, stuff like that. Well, there's a lot of things you'll hear in the world where there'll be dialogue you can comment on, or things of your companions are saying. Well, how they do that is you click in the right stick during these on the spot moments, and then you can comment or talk and stuff. So it's really cool. It's believable. I know it hurts. I spent a long time looking around.
Much further.
I know, I've been looking around too long, I know. Anyway, and so it's fun. You get to comment on these, you know, on the spot moments too. So it's very cool. But enough stalling. We've looked around all we needed to. Let's go all the way up the top. Come on, team. It's important to fire as far away as possible because then my companions can rush in and help, and I'm not totally on my own. But if I attack too close, and all the melee guys are going to rush towards me. Oh, he's dead. The green ones just sort of fade away, and so it's sometimes hard to tell.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
Told you guys, hyperactively clicking the search function. Elf root. Luckily, elf root is everywhere, so it's not that hard to. It's not that valuable or anything. Don't be deceived. Fade rifts are caused by weaknesses in the veil. Disrupting a rift with your mark will cause damage to nearby demons. When all demons are dead, close the rift with the mark. Oh dear. I was reading a tool tip. The Herald can use the mark to close the rift once all the demons it has spawned are dead. Hey, we leveled up. Leveled up. Your character's leveled up. You increases your health and stats automatically and awards you 1 ability point to use. So that's something else that is different in this one. Leveling up is a whole different beast in this one. So basically, your stats, like your health and stuff, is all actually automatically managed. And honestly, I am stoked about that. It's less work for you, and they can spend it how they want. Now, I have 2 points to spend because I'm a human, and that's their bonus, is that you get 2 points to spend. But this is where you could actually change it if you wanted to, because they give you 1 perk like in the beginning because that's what you said you wanted. But all hope is not lost if you didn't want to. If you had one, you're like, you know what? I'm actually not feeling archery. Let's be double daggers. You could do that. Now, personally, it is easier to choose like what you wanted right from the start, but technically you don't have to. So at this particular moment, I do want to look at some, I know. Some abilities are passive, some abilities are not. It's telling you how to set them. I already know all that crap. But this is stealth, of course. I wanted to see what the bonuses were. Let's see. You live in the darkness. Entering stealth is now instant and removes all debilitating effects. While in stealth, you can even pass through enemies without being detected. That's pretty trippy. And then the other one is Chasing Shadows. You remain in stealth for a short time after attacking or taking damage. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, let's go ahead and get that one. Can I get both, or is that? Oh, I can. Okay, so it is a separate thing. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and grab that one, so that way stealth activates a lot of the time, because using stealth is really important. The other one is I do want to upgrade our archery ability, so we can get one or the other. So this one of them is Archer's Lance. Long shot now rips through every enemy along its path, doing bonus damage for each extra target it hits. You saw earlier that maybe you didn't notice. There was a point when some demons were lined up and I fired at them with long shot, and it would have hit more than one if I had the upgrade. And so that is a pretty sweet upgrade. And the other one is Eagle Eye. Long shot now deals even more damage at greater ranges. So the farther away you are, the better. 900% at 25 meters. So that's definitely awesome. Now that's one that's higher tier, so you would have to get some other ones first before you could probably get it. Maybe not actually. Oh yeah, no, you don't have to. Never mind. Oh yeah, so I want that one because that's pretty sweet. So now it'll activate at, farther away. It'll activate. So that is awesome. So very cool. And then when you upgrade, actually I just wanted to see. So no one else has leveled up, but I leveled up first. So that's very cool.
Open the gate.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Yes,
Whatever
well,
that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
I know. Oh, supply cache. So supply caches refill potions, in case you're wondering. And they're scattered all over everywhere. They're not incredibly weird. They're at every camp. They're at bases for sure. Stuff like that. They're everywhere. Ooh. Loot. A Morning Star. Let's go ahead and take that and compare it. You can hear some people fighting. We'll meet them in a minute. Cassandra. What weapon are you using? Oh, that's way better than what you're using. Yeah, definite upgrade. And let me think. I don't think we're going to need this yet, so we can move that to valuables. Upgrade for her.
Cassandra, the most holy. Ah, here they come.
Sup?
You made it. Chancellor Rodrick, this is...
I know who she is.
Oh, yeah?
As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Valroyo to face execution.
That's rude.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
Oh, shots
And
fired.
you are a thug, but
Oh,
a thug
shots
who
fired.
supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead. We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Isn't closing the breach the more pressing issue?
You brought this on
Issue?
us in the first place.
I didn't bring anything upon anyone.
Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
Kids, we better hurry.
How do you think we should proceed?
Oh. Okay, so this is actually another just such... I'm so proud of them for doing this. Okay, so this one is a question. I'm not going to ask that because I'm the one with the mark. That's why they're asking me. Anyway, so this is cool. So in times past, when you had to make a decision, you didn't know what it would do or what exactly all the ramifications were. Now, once you play it more than once, then maybe your memory would like let you know. Like in my case, my memory's good enough. I just retain a lot of useless gaming information. I don't know why. And so I just have a good memory when it comes to things, and I'm good at remembering useless things. Now, but in this game, they change it. So now it will literally spell out for you the difference. The difference. And I was so proud of them for that. So your options are take the mountain path, which is fast but indirect. Soldiers will act as a distraction elsewhere. The problem will be addressed sooner, but there may be casualties. The other one is charge with the soldiers. Careful sustained assault. Soldiers will stand with you to ensure arrival. Scouts in the pass may be lost. Now, personally, we're going to charge with the soldiers because I don't want to face casualties with the army. I feel like if the, she already said we lost the whole, I feel like it's the lesser of two evils.
I say we charge. I won't survive long enough for your trial. Whatever happens, happens now.
That's fair.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
What an idiot. I'm like, look, it's in my best interest, too. This mark is killing me. We don't have time to fool around here, children. So happy to see Varric again. Faux show. Alright. Let's do this. Charge forward to the temple with the soldiers. Yeah, I don't think they fool around too much over here. Oh my gosh, he just ate that meteor. Also, we have some loot. We have a dagger and a shield. Let's go ahead and check the shield for Cassandra, because she is the tank after all. And a shield, it is... So she's using a... Ooh, it is better. What luck. So you can examine it. So like you can literally spell it out. So not everything is created equal. The armor value is better, but the fact is, technically, like they have different stats, right? So let's say you were more worried about magic defense or something. Maybe not switching would be the better option. Now, me personally, if just the overall armor rating is better, for me, it's almost always better to switch. There is some cases when that's not true. Now, in this one, willpower's fine, because that means health, I'm pretty sure, or mana or stamina, either one. Either one is fine, but the armor rating is better in general, and that, for me, is better. So that's why I'm switching to it. But just as a quick guide, just the little guide on the little number on the side is good enough for me. For, you know, if that's not always the case, and we don't have any dagger characters yet, so that doesn't matter. So we can get rid of that. Anyway, it's just something to keep your eyes peeled for. Okay. I think that's everything. This is pretty sad, though. They are losing people. Alright, come on, guys. Let's end this thing. Otherwise, too many people will be dead, and then it's not going to matter.
Another Fade Rift.
Also, magic looks so pretty in this game. That was something else that they did that just looks really good. Is the magic is so pretty.
How many rifts are there?
We must seal it if we have to get past.
We will. We gotta wait for it to spawn some more people. Anyway, something else you gotta watch out for. So the rifts, they will put these little marks, these little green marks on the ground. Sometimes enemies will spawn through them, and sometimes it just like spikes dangerously. But either way, it hurts. So watch where you step.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
True.
Lady Cassandra, you managed to close the rift. Well done.
Do not congratulate me, Commander. This is the prisoner's doing.
Is it? I hope they're right about you. We've lost a lot of people getting you here.
Okay, so this is another fun little, reintroducing. You might recognize Colin. He is not the major character in the first two. He does exist, though. So in the first game, you might recognize him because he was in the Mage's Tower in the first game, and he was, like, locked away, and he was convinced we were an illusion. He'd been tortured, everybody had been killed, that type of thing. And he was like, it was right before you got to the final door in Origins. Now, in Dragon Age 2, he fought with Meredith, but then when she went crazy, he tried to stop her once she was really going nuts. So you might recognize him from them. And then in this one, he's a major character. So it's fun to see him back as well.
You're not the only one hoping that.
We'll see soon enough, won't we? The way to the temple should be clear. Liliana will try to meet you there.
Then we'd best move quickly. Give us time, Commander.
Make her watch over you.
Colin's looking bomb these days, though. His armor looks so cool. Hey, helping his soldiers. Good guy. Alright. Let's close this freaking rift, man. I don't want to die. These people are obviously more fit than I am, but let me just say, my ankles would, like, shatter if I jumped from that height. Anyway, something else is pretty crazy. Obviously with the explosion, look at this.
That
Like,
is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you.
yeah,
They
this
say
is where I
a
stepped
woman
out
was
of.
in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
But yeah, this is where I stepped out of. Pretty crazy. Anyway, we got a fire resistance cowl. That's pretty sweet. And a hunting longbow. We will check out both of those. But yeah, as you can see, people are like frozen because they like got hit with the explosion. It was so crazy. Anyway, we got some more stuff to check out. Let's see. Got a new weapon. It is not as good as what I'm using. It's actually the same one I was using before. So we will probably can that. And I've got the fire resistance cowl, which is you have to be level 6 to use. So we'll hang on to that. And by the time we get there, we might have better stuff, so it might not matter. Oh yeah, we wanted to sell that other one because that other bow we're not going to need it. Because obviously Varric doesn't need the bow; he uses Bianca, and all you can do is upgrade her. So you don't ever need to do anything weapon-wise with Varric. Weapon-wise. I know, I saw it. I was just trying to see if there's anything over there. Templar helmet. Oop, wrong button. Although, let's be honest, she's probably going to be the one to use it. Hang on a minute, what just happened? Oh, so I actually can wear the Templar helmet. But it has melee defense, and I think it's probably just better suited for Cassandra. I feel like she needs the armor bonuses more than I do. So, I just wanted to check really quick and make sure there's nothing hiding over here. Other than more, dead people. I mean, may their souls rest in peace. I'm just saying. They are dead, alright? I don't think that's disrespectful. Wow, it's so crazy in here, man.
You're here.
Hey, Liliana.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
I'm not sure how to even start getting up to that thing.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Feel it? and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Alright. Let's close it.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
I know.
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
Uh-oh.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
It's true. You guys might recognize red lyrium. Oh, 1 minute. Sorry.
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
Anyway, you might recognize red lyrium from the second game. Obviously, Bartrand, we got that idol, and it made Varric's brother, Bartrand, go nuts and try and kill us, which made us kill him. So, anyway, obviously, and ultimately, it made Meredith, the Templar commander, go crazy and try and kill everybody at the end. So, obviously, we've seen that before. Keep going. Almost there.
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run when you can! Want them!
We have an intruder. Kill her, now.
We're getting hints as to what maybe happened and what's going down.
You were there. Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Her shield is poking out in the cutscene.
The fate bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Oh, I'm ready. Let's do this, team. We're ready. The archers are ready. And I'm an archer too, but apparently I'm like the type of person who brings out a sniper rifle in Call of Duty in a close range map. That's me. I like to fight with a bow and arrow up close.
Now!
He's upset and he's large. Figure out. Oh, I was gonna say. Trying to figure out what's happening for a minute here. And he just laughs.
We must strip its defenses. Wear it
Here, let me
down.
help. Get him!
The demon is vulnerable. Now!
Quickly, quickly! He's down, get him! Uh-oh. Take this little altitude bonus. Ah, I have to be closer. What a shame. Don't let him hit me, kids. My damage is like non-existent. I'm doing so little damage. The only time I really get anything even remotely okay is when I hit him with my long shot. Alright, he's immortal again. Let me just... Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot! Yeah, I felt that, nerd. Ow. Cassandra's just soloing the monster. It's going well. Everyone else is focusing fire on him, but getting hit by demons. Solus is in trouble, and he's not smart enough to... Ow! Alright, hang on. Stop shooting. Stop shooting. I gotta hit the rift again. Calm yourself. Oh, Cassandra's in pain. Oh, feel the burn. You can't escape your fate. If you had the chance to change your fate. He's not changing his fate, that's for sure.
Now, seal the rip.
Got him. Close it. Pride demon, that's what that was, in case you're wondering. Am I the only one? How many times you see something crazy going on in the sky in games? All I can think of is Wheel in the Sky by Journey. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Such a good song, though. Such a good band. God, Journey's so good. I just got like completely distracted. ADD is it's aggressive, kids. It's hard to deal with. No ability to focus on anything. It's like ADHD, but with less energy. It's not so much hyperactive. It's just no ability to concentrate or think. It's rough, but sometimes kind of fun. It's hard to say. I'm alive. My arm's floating. I imagine it's because you're supposed to be bigger than I am or something. I don't know. I'm like, oh, what happened? You like my pretty green eyes? I was trying really hard to find a good color green, and it was really hard to tell.
Oh.
Boy!
I know you're awake.
Why did you drop the crate?
Why are you frightened? What happened?
That's wrong, isn't it? I said the wrong thing.
No, I'm just confused.
I don't think so.
I have no idea what's happening.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant.
What's happening
you are
right now?
back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand.
Hey. Huh, so it did. I'm not dead. I like my casual clothes are good looking.
About for the last 3 days.
Fun. It's been frickin' 3 days.
So you're saying they're happy with me?
I'm only saying what I heard. I didn't mean anything by it.
Why are you so afraid of me?
I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Huh. Interesting. I'm just like, what happened? Why are you so scared of me? Alright, apparently I changed from my, like, relaxing laying in bed clothes to, you know, fancy clothes. Alright, so we have some, couple of, crafting items. Good stuff. Patient observations. Vain hope. Someone better at this. Someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Notes in case. Oh, jeez. Day 1. Clammy. Shallow breathing. Pulse over fast. Non-responsive. Pupils dilated. Mage says her scarring mark is thrumming with unknown magic. Wish we could station a Templar here, just in case. Oh, that's frightening. Anyway. Acquired schematic. And actually all of that stuff, I'm almost willing to bet that all those schematics you're seeing on the side, that is all bonuses from DLC stuff that I got. So all those like fancy schematics and things, that's all new to me too. I'm willing to bet those are all DLC things. Interesting. Alright, let's go figure out what the frick just happened. What in the... Okay. Oh, I'm not ready for this kind of... I'm just gonna look in this house. Just run away from people. Just like in real life, terrified of everything. I'm not terrified of everything, alright? I'm just not incredibly social. Okay, let's just... we're getting off track. Let's just... pretend I'm completely not freaking out right now. Hello!
That's the Herald of Andraste.
That's me. Can I just look in this house? Huh. Really is nothing in here. Alright. Excuse me.
Why did Lady Cassandra have her in chains? I thought Seekers knew everything.
It's complicated.
I certainly didn't.
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak with you.
Oh, right. I guess we'll catch up later. Lols. Saw that. And that's just it's a song, but basically it's about Mabari and how Andraste had one and blah blah blah. Well, I mean, all this is gonna be here. It's not like anything that's. Okay, really quick. Day 3, less thrashing, some response to stimulus. Vitals seem solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the chantry to kill my patient. All this work to save her life, and will they just execute her? Will inform Lady Cassandra I expect her to wake before the morn. So those observations are about me. That's the reason I read them. Alright, it keeps like throbbing at me. Go to Cassandra. Like, I get it. Alright, there's no point talking to anyone too much because they're all going to tell me to go talk to Cassandra. So let's just do that, and then we can look at, you know, else stuff.
Nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Rodrick's decision, sister.
Saw that. Blood Lotus. Also. And just some stuff about the Fade.
Have you gone completely mad?
Quartz.
What?
To be tried by whomever becomes divine.
Chant for the Departed.
The prisoner failed.
Man, it's just no ability to focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. Founding of the Chantry. Chantry hierarchy. Now this stuff is just nice because there is you get a little XP for finding that stuff. Herald and Skirmisher longbow. I'm willing to bet that's a lot better than what I'm using. I'm a rogue, so I don't know if I'll be able to open this yet. If it's a simple one, I think I can. If it's... Oh, I can. So yeah, I can open the simple stuff. There's some like that are like really complicated and crazy that I can't open. Anyway, something about Andraste. Some more fancy stuff. The Black City. The Disciples of Andraste. So these are just codex stuff, but it's good experience. It's dark in here. And again, I mean, I could open these cells, but oh, actually, this one might be a good idea because there's a chest in there. Some gold, a whole bunch of craftables. I don't even know if there's a point to opening these, but one of them had something good. Maybe this one does too. Anyway, that's something else that's actually is lockpicking is different in this one. It's not like skills and like or having to like change like their stats, and it's not like hunting bow schematic or brilliant staff. Anyway, it's not as nearly as complicated as it used to be. Now it's just a rogue thing that most locks you can any rogue can open. Now some of them they require an upgrade, and all of that you'll see what all that means in time. Anyway, misplaced notes, just some codex stuff. Anyway, but yeah, so a lot of these simple ones are any rogue can open. Some of the more complicated ones, they require an extra like perk that we'll get later, and all of that will make sense in time. But I figure if they're open, then I'll know that there's nothing good inside. All right, now we can talk with Cassandra because I have seen everything in this dungeon basement. Although I really could look at my own inventory really quick. So I have the 42. This is a 57. That's way better. Way better. I guess we can go ahead and probably get rid of this because, yeah, we don't have any archers yet, and we won't for a little while. So, okay, then we have this one, which is locked at level 6. We have now this is actually all DLC stuff, so this will be new for me too. I'm nervous and excited. Avar armor, wow, that's so trippy. You have Stone Bear armor. Oh my gosh, though. So that's medium. These are rare medium, cold resistance with some empty sigils. Rare medium. Okay, what else we got? We have Chakratar. Wow. Just like, these are just so crazy looking, dude. So this is exciting for me because obviously I've never done this is all DLC stuff. Anyway. Unique heavy armor, but it allows me to wear it because it's nice like that. A Tom Shar. Wow. Gonna be honest, probably gonna wear that one. Rare light armor. Very cool. Dang, dude. So obviously it's not the best one, but it's the best looking one. There's so many cool armors. I'm freaking out right now. Like, look at these armors. Like, look at this one. What's happening? It's like so much going on with that. Anyway, at least for now, let's go ahead and equip this one because, come on, how could I not? Come on, kids, how could I not? That's so crazy that they just give you this crazy armor right in the beginning because they're like, yeah, you have the DLC. You can just wear this crazy stuff right away. It's fine. And a whole bunch of this, just craftables and then some valuables. That's all sellable. Weapon schematics. We got a hunting bow. Armor schematics. We got how to make all of those for. So we could make more if we wanted to. Basically is what that sums up to. Anyway. Wow. I'm blown away. That blows my mind. That's so crazy that they just give you this crazy armor right in the beginning. They're just like, here you go. Like, don't worry about, being overpowered or... They're like, it doesn't matter. That's so trippy to me to get this crazy armor right away. Okay, so this is research. Enemies drop unique collectibles. Bring them to the researcher to learn more about the foes and earn combat bonuses against them. Anyway, so we remove the shadow essence. So it gives you... if you find something. Anyway, but yeah, it gives you some good bonuses and stuff. Very cool. I was like, ooh! But never mind. I'm still blown away that we got this awesome armor right away. Very cool. Can't wait to deck out my people with this. Got Maker Codex entry. Can't touch that. Alright. No more stalling, kids. I'm sorry, I have no ability to focus. Wow, I look cool.
I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Rude.
Disregard that and leave us.
They're like, okay. He has no authority.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
So I'm still a suspect, even after what we just did?
You absolutely are.
Oh, rude.
No, she is not.
Oh, thank you.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others. Or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
Ha!
You. And many others.
But not the prisoner.
Nope.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
Okay, so you have lots of options here. We can say I am not a chosen one. So basically what this means is, when I fell out of this rift, everyone says they saw a figure behind me. They don't know who the figure was. There is a theory going around, a rumor that it was Andraste herself, and that I am, like, blessed by God, basically, to lead everything. So that's one of the options, right? So that's the rumor. So you have options here. This is another really fun thing, is you can say, oh yeah, I am not a chosen one. That's ridiculous. That's that. You can be like, what more do you want? Being like, man, I did everything you want. Like, are you serious? Where you're like all pissed off and you believe I'm innocent? Like, you're just like trying to figure things out. And then you have blessed by the maker, cool, or whatever. How we're gonna play this is I'm gonna play this character like I picture her being like on board with the whole chosen one thing. Plus, I think that's fun. I like the idea of like being this crazy chosen one that all these people fear and love. I love that.
Though all before me is shadow, yet shall the Maker be my guide.
We lost everything then. Out of nowhere, you came.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this
Drops
is,
the giant
Chancellor.
book.
A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act.
Oh!
As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
Ha! Suck on that, nerd. And get out of here. That looks so cool.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
Okay, let's ask some questions here.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
Okay.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war.
Not quite what I
You
meant.
are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
Okay, so that's actually my bad. That's something you have to watch out, because asking questions, there is questions that you can say that's going to piss people off, or it's going to be not what you meant. Not all questions are created equal. That they're like, oh, you know, no one's going to get mad, it's just a question. That's not how this works. People get pissed, and there's things you can say that's not how you wanted it. That was one of those things. They are trying to, I mean, it's not so much a holy war. It's, what this is the Inquisition was basically the Templars, they became the Templars originally. Now, obviously, the Templars now have, like, completely lost their ever-loving minds, and it all fell apart. It's all very different, right? Well, now now we are restarting the Inquisition what it should have been, which is basically a order it's like a, you know, an order to retain order, like to keep order. It is a, you know, an order in a world gone mad, you know, trying to fix things. They're, you know, they are this mighty guild or mighty power, and that's what we're trying to restart, basically. So I'm on board with that.
If you're truly trying to restore order,
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Do it. Yeah. Very cool. Oh man, we got so much good stuff right away. We also got a lot of mounts that are going to be that we will get as soon as we unlock horses, which is probably what we'll work towards immediately. Is getting our mount as quickly as possible, because we have a lot of mounts that are new for us from the DLC that I want to see. Basically. Behold the group, the War Council. We'll get introduced to the other two new ones. That's our symbol, in case you're wondering. Like the sun with the eyeball or whatever that's supposed to be. That's the Inquisition's symbol. Varric. Behold our orders. They're like, what? He panics, he runs away. There's some weird stuttering sometimes when they walk. That's kind of weird. There you go. That looks more smooth. Cause like there's like some weird like frame stuttering when they walk sometimes. I've been noticing it. It's very annoying. It's like, stop it. There's my casual, like, you know, I'm at home relaxing armor, in case you're wondering. Honestly, it's far more in character. Honestly. Well, there you go. Dragon Age Inquisition. Look how far. That is a title screen. 1 hour and 38 minutes into the game. Anyway, alright, let's look. Did they change my armor? 0 out of 10. Oh, they did change my armor. You buttheads. Darn it. I thought that was like my casual clothes. They did. They changed my armor. That's so rude. That's because they gave me the scout coat. Okay, honestly, far more in character. But come on. How could I turn away some of this armor? It looks so cool. Like, this one doesn't make much sense because obviously I'm way smaller than the armor's meant for. You might recognize this armor. This is the what the heck was that? Was the big old crazy Quinari's name from the second game? This is the so I forget his name, but this is the leader of the Quinari's armor from the second game, the one that you dueled and he died. Yeah, this is his armor. It looks a little different because A, it's on a girl, and B, because I am way smaller. But if you were playing like a male or a giant guy of any other race, if you were playing a guy of any of the males, this would make a lot more sense. So you might not recognize it, but the shoulder, like the shoulder armor kind of gives it away. But yeah, it would look different on a guy and different on someone way bigger than me. So we will save that armor for someone that'll, you know, make that look better. And I would be curious to see how much of this looks different on men. That would interest me quite a bit. But however, we are obviously going to wear this one. I don't care that these other ones are, you know, 10 points above. We're still wearing this one. Okay, very cool. Oh my gosh, kids, so much exciting stuff is happening right now. Okay, so we have to report to Haven's Chantry. We have people to talk to. So as you can see, this is how they divide quests in this game. So if you look on my little mini map in the bottom left corner, you will see the glowing eyeball. That is my tracked mission. It is the one it's the one on the top right that it'll tell you. Now you of course have total control over this. You can go to your quests, you can go to your journal and then like track basically about what's happening and what should go on and stuff. So the threat remains. This is what we're tracking, which is the breach is calm, but the trouble is only beginning. Report to Haven's Chantry. And then Haven, this is where we live. This is our base. So that in case you hear Haven reference, that's our base. So then Haven's best and brightest, they want you to speak with the smith, the quartermaster, and the apothecary to, like, learn. Even in these trying times, good help is not so hard to find. Explore Haven and meet some of the Haven's crafting masters. So that's what that is. So the little triangles on the map, that is quests that are not tracked, but they are still quests, in case you're wondering what that means. The little bowl with the little mixing thing, that is like orders, like requisition orders that you can track. It's crafting stuff, basically. Like, it's stuff that you can craft for your troops or craft for your base, or it's some of the crafting stuff. It's more of like troops and stuff. The little portrait, the little head, the little dark portrait, that is a person, like one of your companions or people that you can talk to on the map that is like important. So they're like that. So that one might be Varric or Liliana or stuff like that, in case you're wondering. So we will totally explore this. I tell you what though, this is going to be really hard to keep our playthrough parts at 2 hours. Because I'm going to push each part to 2 hours because I really want to play more. So this is going to be hard because I'm so excited to play and to see all our new DLC stuff and play this game, and it's going to be really hard to keep it under wraps, you know what I mean?
The chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all.
I didn't ask for this, but someone has to find a way to seal the breach.
Spoken nobly indeed. You think I'm mocking you? This age has made people cynical.
True.
I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
So as you can see, that this is that questions often open up other things to talk about. Because I asked him that, now I can say, how can you sleep there? Or whatever. I don't remember so much what the little star means, but mentally I've always, I guess, sort of labeled it as like you did something before, so like now it's an unlocked thing. Like, because I asked him, about the whole Fade thing, now I can ask him, how can you sleep there? Or whatever. It's like you asked him, so it's like a special dialogue or whatever. Now the other kind you'll see is there'll be a little portrait of like a race or whatever. There will be some racial stuff. Like if you're an elf, you might have some things might make more sense to you than other things. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So there is a lot of special dialogue. So anytime you see like this over like any one of these, this is probably more important.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
Well, that's dangerous.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning.
True.
The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion.
That's fair.
Cassandra has been accommodated. But you understand my caution.
Indeed.
Cassandra trusts you. She won't let anyone put you into a circle against your will.
Thank you.
I agree with that.
I appreciate the thought. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Anyway, so we have lots of talking to do. It's really too bad that I'm going to push this episode way longer than it probably should be as we explore the Chantry. Or not the Chantry, but as we explore our little base here. I look so cool. I know I keep saying it, and maybe for you guys this might not be new. If you've like never seen the game, this is all new, right? But if you haven't, if you have seen the game, then maybe this is new for you too. And for me it is, and I am like twitching out. I am so excited. Alright, so this is one of our things. This is the apothecary. Find recipes through exploration or by visiting merchants. Visit an apothecary with herbs you gather in the wilderness to upgrade potions. Use the equip station to assign different potions to each of your party members and to replenish the potions you are carrying. Use the upgrade system to unlock permanent upgrades to your potions. So, there you go. There's an upgrade potion section. Potion upgrading. You can upgrade potions you have already unlocked. To upgrade a potion, select a category, select a potion, then select the upgrade. Potion upgrades require a significant amount of herbs to unlock. In return, they give permanent and significant bonuses to your potions. So this is your like incentive to gather like herbs and stuff, because they will make your potions like from going from, well, that's not good enough to like, that's incredible. You know what I mean? Like a healing potion. So we already have that, but now we can upgrade healing potion to, this one or whatever. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I don't think I don't have the elf root, but involved. But as you can see, potions that you use all the time, they're all upgraded. Now a lot of them, of course, they're all still locked. But as soon as we can get enough elf root, we would love upgrading our health potion would be just such a great idea. And then equip potions, of course. Now this one, we don't have any other potions, but this is what I was talking about. The wheel, you can equip up to 3 once you unlock this other one. We only have healing potions at the moment, and eventually we will upgrade those as soon as we can.
He can't let the herbs go for any...
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making those wear, though. So, you're welcome.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you can pay me back by fixing the wood.
I guess he wasn't expecting me to be nice.
I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
Farewell.
Okay, now really quick, before we do anything else, move it. We're actually going to run right away and do that really quick. This will all make sense in a minute. So that dude is obviously the leader of the apothecary, and he is that was one of our missions. So anyway, there's lots to look at, lots to talk to, lots of people to talk to and stuff, but we are going to just ignore all that for just a hot minute, and we are going to run to grab those notes, because I know right where they are, and it's easier to just do them while we're thinking about it. And don't worry, we'll talk to everybody, we'll see everything. This episode is probably going to be longer than it should be, because I have no ability to... because I can't help it, man. I'm excited, and it's just such a shame that I keep having to limit how much I play this. I can't do YouTube faster than I would play it. Let's put it that way. So it's important to gather what's convenient, but if you're looking for stuff, gather it. You know what I mean? But you will lose your mind if you hit it and you have to go see everything you track. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to highlight that you just have to ignore if you hope to make any real time with anything. You know what I mean? And so, I'm gathering all of this elf fruit because, A, it's on the way, and B, because we need elf fruit, because the faster we get this, the faster we can upgrade. The faster we can upgrade to our, the faster we can upgrade our healing potion, which is, of course, a really smart decision. So that's the reason I'm gathering so much. Something else, a small detail, so proud of them. I leave footprints in the snow. It's such a tiny detail. I'm so proud that it's a thing. Anyway. Like I said, you can't get too crazy. I know how search works, thank you. But yeah. Anyway, so as you can see, so I'm going to explain search for you. So if you notice on the left, you see how my mini-map is pulsating, is glowing. So what that is, and then if you hit it, you'll see on the ground, it'll mark it. So basically there's items that are hidden that you have to highlight to find. Now, I already know where these are. So you just hit them right there. See, now you found it, or whatever. Now those are the notes, and that's how hidden items in the world work. So I missed the door. That was intelligent. Anyway, but yeah, that's how that works. It's very cool. We'll grab some of this iron, because iron is very basic and very important to have. There's lots of stuff that's built upon iron. And we're trying to gather as much elf fruit as possible, because if we could upgrade our health potion before we leave, that would just rock my socks. So we're gonna gather a little bit. We might have enough already. We were only 3. No, we were what was that, 12 away or something? I feel like we've gathered that much already. It's gonna be funny if we're 1 off and I have to run all the way back. All right, yeah, I think we're good. So now let's run back. Let's turn in the notes, and then we'll see if we have enough to upgrade the health potion, which might be a wise idea. Oh, we leveled up forever ago, and we're almost about to level up again. But anyway, okay, so looking at stealth. So we could grab this option and grab Lost in the Shadows so that stealth activates instantly and removes effects. It's very tempting because stealth is such a lifesaver. I'm tempted to start grabbing some new archery abilities, though. So first, one of them is First Blood. You've learned to pick apart enemies that are wounded and unwary. You do more damage to enemies that are only lightly injured. So basically, if your enemy's health threshold is 80% or above, then you get more damage, and then you get more dexterity on the unlock as well. This one is Death from Above. You do more damage when firing from elevation. You have a 25% damage bonus if you are higher than 2 meters off the ground. If you're 2 meters higher than your enemy. Now that's a great one because it feels right to find elevation when you're shooting, and so that would be very natural, and so that's very, very tempting. I don't know. I actually think I'm actually going to grab the other stealth bonus. I wonder what other options we have. Easy to miss. Enemies are likely to overlook you in combat, much to their regret, especially true if you're flanking them. So flanking bonus and threat reduction. That's a great one too. If people could ignore me, that would be great. Evasion, they can't hit what they can't see. Your deceptive fighting style gives you a chance to dodge enemy attacks, taking no damage. So you have a chance to just dodge their attack. You have evade, which is a literal backflip to ditch them. You get more damage to armor penetration. Shadow strike, which is you launch a surprise attack from your target. Mercy killing. When your hearts aren't in the fight, it's almost too easy. Your attacks on panicked or sleeping enemies are automatically critical hits. Knockout powder. So there's lots of good stuff here to make you less likely to get shot, which is a great one. But yeah, I think we're going to grab this other stealth ability, though, just because even if I don't grab anything else in here, it would just be a wise plan, methinks. Oh, maybe do I already have that upgrade? Is it maybe is that it? Let's see. I actually think maybe I already have both. Oh, well, that's cool. Oh, in that case, we're going to grab the elevation bonus. Hey, now we do more damage if we are higher than our enemies. Very basic, but you'd be surprised how convenient that is. Especially because it feels very natural. You know what I mean? Alright, so we're going to ignore everything. We'll see it all in a minute. I look so awesome. I realize I say that a lot, but it's true. We're going to ignore all that. Keep going. I keep almost getting sidetracked with all the things to see. But we're going to put this in right away. Oh, but loot. Random? I'm assuming that's I don't know, something to sell maybe? Regardless. Okay. First, let's turn this in.
You're back. And in one piece.
You said you thought Master Tajan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Farewell.
A lyrium potion recipe. Quest completed. Alright. I know. Now we actually have enough to assign things. So, we can go ahead and assign this regenerative... Oh, I can't say that. Regeneration potion. There we go. So this restores health every 2 seconds for 60 seconds. So it's not so much of an immediate fix. But... Anyway. But yeah, it's not so much of an immediate fix, but it is... Actually, we need to replenish those. Anyway. Oh man, I just spent my elf root. That's right, I didn't have enough anyway. I was actually like a few short, so. Alright, well, I mean, it's not the end of the world. While we're out, we will just grab more. Day 2. Hey, I leveled up. And we got a new this. Hey, level 4. Alright, let's get a new ability. So, we could grab another one of the archery. Could also grab this. I probably won't go too deep into this, but there's a couple of these I want, like evasion. Evasion is a good idea. It just gives you a chance to just not get hit. This one I think is the one that I just really want. It is you get more damage when you're flanking, because you get more damage when you're flanking anyway. But you get a threat increase when you start flanking because the enemy's smart enough to know that they're about to be flanked. However, they ignore your flank, and you get a general threat reduction. So we're actually probably going to grab this right away, just because if the less they hit me, the easier it'll be. Other than that, I might grab this one or whatever, but otherwise, I will probably just move down the archery line. But at least I got that one. I think that's a good idea. Actually, can I upgrade people while I'm here? Oh, I can upgrade people while I'm here. Good stuff. Okay, so weapon and shield is of course going to be essential for Cassandra. However, getting Vanguard, I think this is the defensive one. Stalwart warriors protect their allies, making themselves the biggest threat on the battlefield. When enemies take the bait, Vanguards pick them apart with brutal precision. Yeah, so this is more aggressive. It's also increasing like their allies and stuff. Two-handed weapon is, of course, two-handed stuff, but like I said, they broke two-handed weapon people in here. It leaves you open to get killed really easily because you don't build guard at all, like very fast at all. So going down Vanguard and weapon and shield is going to be like life-saving for her. But I think we'll probably start with a couple of shield stuff. So you have shield wall, which she already has, which is guard prevents production or provides protection from incoming attacks. Blah 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 blah. So we have some upgrades, which is when you use shield wall, your movement is not slowed as much. So you get a armor bonus of 30%. So nearby allies get improved armor. The other one we also get is a movable object, which is blocking with shield wall costs less stamina and generates more guard, but you cannot move while blocking. So, oops. And then the other one over here is Payback Strike, which is you recover from any disabled condition and lash out with great blow against nearby enemies. If you've recently taken damage, you hit that much harder and stagger your foes. The upgrades are Sweet Revenge, which is a 200% damage bonus, and they get stunned for 2 seconds. Also, Payback Strike now taunts enemies, so they're more inclined to attack you. Now, I don't have this one, which is 10% for every 10% health loss, so you get more stamina as you're getting hurt, which is cool. Damage reduction of 50% in general, and you get more health. And then Bear mauls the wolves, which is Constitution. So you can't be flanked by enemies, and you're less likely to be staggered when hit from the front. Ooh, I feel like some of these passives is a good idea. Let's go ahead and grab this one, because that's a great idea. And then let's grab the general damage reduction, because a lot of these will be researched in time. So it's a good idea. All right, Soulless. So our options for magic is Spirit, which is like basically healing. It's all of your healing abilities is going to be here. There's also a few Fate abilities, but we're going to put Soulless down the Spirit path. There's also Storm, which is all like lightning focused, and then Thunder and lightning focused. There is Inferno, which is all fire focused, and Winter, which is all snow focused. It's a cold focus. Now the bonuses to cold is that it leaves them slow and weak. The bonuses to fire is that they get driven mad with terror when they're lit on fire. The damages to lightning is that they maybe will get paralyzed and you can hit more than one enemy. And then the bonuses to spirit is that there's barriers and healing and stuff. So we're going to be pushing Soulless down this. Now barrier, it is keeps people alive, which is of course a great one. It's easier to keep, Soulless alive and stuff, which means it's easier for him to heal people. Anyway, so you have Elegant Defense, which is you have learned to cast Barrier with a more stable magic pattern, so it has less of a cooldown. You also have Energetic Defense. Your Barrier holds its full strength longer before it begins to decay. I think grabbing that one is definitely a wise idea for sure. For sure, my dude. And yeah, I think let's go ahead and do that. And then what else do we get? We have Guardian Spirit, which is Barrier springs into place around you automatically when you're badly injured. That's cool. Your Aura of Tranquility makes enemies less likely to attack you in battle, even when you damage them. Ooh, yeah, let's get a threat reduction for Soulless. That is a smart idea. And then Varric. So obviously Varric will be going down Archery, and then maybe a little bit of Sabotage as well. But let's go ahead and start with Archery. First, let's upgrade this one to get his range, a bonus to range. And then let's go ahead and get him an altitude bonus, just like I have. So that one's easy. And we're back to me. Okay, sorry that took so long. Alrighty, so now we've seen all of them, we talked to everybody, we've gone over here, now we can move on. Alright. Oh. We have the Singing Maiden, which is a song, I imagine, or also could be the actual bar itself. Here we are, the Singing Maiden is this, bar. And we also collected another song.
You're certain? Can I get you anything?
I don't really need to ask what I can find in Haven. I just wanted to see if she had anything important. Anyway, the music in this game is amazing. Just even the passive stuff. It's just, there's so many good songs that you hear. It's just so immersive. I love it. Wait. Also, A Tale of the Frostbacks. So just a codex entry. Okay. So much to see, so much to talk to. Alright.
No, my lady, I don't know where the other nobles are. I suggest you ask Ambassador Montillier. Oh, you're her.
I'm noble blood, but...
Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site. Maybe Varric can get our troops better weapons.
Okay.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
There we go. Alright, we have iron. We just need a logging stand, and then we can get better weapons. So logging stands can be a kind of a pain in the butt to find, but I'm, certain they're here somewhere. Then Royal Elf Root. Ooh. Serpent Stone. I think there's one logging stand in Haven somewhere. So the question is, should I go look for it? Alright, I'm gonna go look for it. I will cut out me searching for the logging stand. I'll show if I find it. Ha! I found it! Can you believe that? I was literally just running. I had no idea the map was this big. Look how big this is, and I'm still in the main area. I'm still, in Haven. I had no idea. I'm, in the boonies out here, man. I'm so far away. I'm so far away. Look how tiny my base is from here. Can you believe this is all still in the same map? I had no idea. That's incredible. But yeah, apparently there is totally a logging stand on the main area. I'm shocked. Anyway, I didn't find anything too crazy. I went to look. There's a trebuchet on the corner over there. And over there's a trebuchet, and I looked in that area first. I picked up some things, but it was just like very basic stuff, just nothing to like write home about. And then I just been running in the forest and like this giant area. Totally, there is a logging stand. I am blown away. Didn't even know that. I mean, like, I only thought there was just because my sister recently got into playing Dragon Age Inquisition. Well, in playing Dragon Age, period. She sort of recently got into that because I talked her into it, and she loved it. Anyway, and so she's been playing a lot of Dragon Age Inquisition lately, and I thought I remember her saying that she was exploring around everything, and she found a logging stand in Haven. So I was like thinking, like, I didn't know there was a logging stand in Haven. So then I've been looking, and I found it. I cannot believe there was. I had no idea this place was so big. Anyway, our soldiers require additional weapons if they are to be effective. +1 power. Bam, 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 bam. Anyway, you can see the influence down there. That is influence for the Inquisition, and there is lots of cool stuff with that. Basically, you build power and influence as like Inquisition, and it's kind of up to you to build all of that. So anyway, let's go ahead and hit our main story objective so we can start, unlocking some other stuff. Anyway, this we are already over 2 hours. It's so hard to be like, all right, we're done now when I'm having so much fun. Everything winks into existence. Blink, 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 blink. We're here.
Does it trouble you?
No. That's fine. Where does it come from? I didn't close the breach. Not anymore.
It's stopped spreading, and it doesn't hurt.
We take our victories where we can. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor.
'Tis a joke. 'Tis a joke. Oh, I will.
You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Hi, Colin.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
Thanks, man.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
Well, hello.
Much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
Hi, Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
Aye.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
No, they can't.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
So do I.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
All right.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you the Herald of Andraste, and that frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Rodrick's doing, no doubt.
Ah, he's a winner.
It limits our options. Approaching the Mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Ah.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
Yay.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I feel like any publicity is good publicity. I like it.
I don't mind it at all.
At all.
People
I love
are
it a lot.
desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
I am
And
that
to
sign.
others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
Will the Chantry attack us?
With what? They have only words at their disposal.
Oh, that's true.
And yet, they may bury us with them. There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Thank you. But yeah, basically, so that's your title now. Okay, so this is the War Table. The War Table allows you to apply the power of the Inquisition throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Mother Giselle's in the Hinterlands, which can be found on the Ferelden side of the table. Okay, so basically you have two. You have Orlais and you have Ferelden. You can spend your power and influence on
any trouble with them?
this table.
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
Conquered by Orlais, torn by civil war, ravaged by the Fifth Blight, Ferelden is no stranger to hardship. With the Veil weakened, the land is more turbulent than ever. And then Orlais, known for its culture of extravagant nobility, yet also as the birthplace of the Chantry, Orlais is the most powerful human nation in Thedas. Okay, so the War Table. The Inquisition can unlock new areas for you to explore through scouting operations. Perform a scouting operation for the Hinterlands on the Ferelden side of the War Table now. Basically, then here's your little marker. It's the eyeball. So this is the other one, Scout the Hinterlands. It's the first area we can go to that's other than Haven, of course. Now, there is other ways you can do it with connections, secrets, or forces. So forces would be our military. Secrets would be like our spies and stuff. And then connections with, like, through, you know, diplomacy. Our option is only secrets. If Giselle dies, any hope of Chantry support. Well, actually, first let's read the other one for it to make sense. Mother Giselle was last seen in the Hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between the renegade Templars and apostate mages. The latest reports suggest that the vicious struggle between the two groups has spread to the Hinterlands, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. It is vital to protect her and, if possible, restore order to the area. Now, our only option is secrets, of course, but secrets. If Giselle dies, any hope of Chantry support dies with her. My scouts will slip past the fighting, find her, and protect her with their lives. So this is the Hinterlands. This is what's happening there. Chaos. Lots of death. I'm here to help, just kidding. We kill you both. Idiots, all of you. So that's our spies stealthing and assassinating people. There's the sweet stuttering. Love that so much. Oh, there we go. It's gone. What are you gonna do, man? ain't nothing's perfect. And I don't have the money to invest in things to make it perfect. Anyway, there's Mother Giselle. We'll meet her in a while. Crocodile. There you go. Scout the Hinterlands. We avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we'd feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears that the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. Aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That will be too hard to do without troops to push the apostates and the Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen asked me to make inquiries of Master Dennett, a retired horsemaster of Redcliffe, who lives in the area. We tried to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through the fighting. Lead Scout Harding. New area unlocked. We've unlocked the Hinterlands. We have the options to go right there now or not yet. I'm going to go with not yet. Anyway. So that's very cool. So we will go ahead and take off because I want to look at our main area first. And I'm going to probably push our episode a little bit longer. I want to look around our main area a little bit more and get a better idea of who some people are. Anyway, but we got lots of stuff. Now our main mission is to travel to the Hinterlands, but I want to look at our main area first. So looking at our world map, in case you wanted to see, this is the immediate Haven map. But this is our world map. Now, as you can see, these are just some of the areas we can go to. Some of them, like that's the Hinterlands. That's our brand new one. This is Haven. This is obviously our main base. And then there's lots of other little rando areas lying around here. But anyway, that's what our main world map looks like. But there's some people I want to talk to specifically over here.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to
Hola.
introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach.
Hi.
Sir Trevelyan, may I present the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven.
Awkward.
House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I've seen no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Pentagast that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If you won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
Wish he would lose, for sure.
It is a matter of honor among the Navarrans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No.
Lols.
No.
Scare him off.
Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
Huh.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montilyet. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Bam! There we go. Progress.
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are Orlesian.
Yeah, I can tell.
If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf.
Huh.
Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I apologize for the intrusion. I didn't realize you were meeting with the Marquis.
You did little harm. In truth, the debate was most beneficial as practice for those to come.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask, what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Liliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montilyet.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
There we go. We've met her. Also, book. Anything else to turn in? I don't think so.
Please tell me if you find something. You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
There we go. Other than that, I think that's it. Okay, so basically, there are many options for romance in this game. There are quite a few. We will be romancing our lovely Lady Montilyet, Josephine, or Josie, as Liliana calls her, and as I'm going to call her for sure. Anyway, so there's lots of romance options. There are many, many, many. And there are so many different playstyles and characters and anything that... Honestly, it's just like any other Dragon Age you might expect. There is plenty of room for replayability. There's so much replayability because there's so much to cover, more than you possibly could. And who knows what it would be like with a Quinari or with a dwarf or with a male, or I mean, you know what I mean? There's so many things to cover. But anyway, it's really cool. We will be romancing Josie because she is awesome and I love her a lot. Anyway.
Blessed are the peacekeepers.
the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous. The lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood. To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
Pardon? But anyway, I don't know, it's really intense. It's really interesting to see how Liliana has changed. She's been through so much, like from the first to the second to the third game now. It's just, she's so different. You remember how bright-eyed and bushy-tailed Liliana used to be in Origins? Now look at her. She's this hardened spy master who's honestly pretty terrifying.
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
Then we can only guess at what he wants. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
There you go. Anyway, Liliana is just this hardened veteran now, and it's interesting that I am going to play the part as, like, you know, the one who believes that she is, like, this chosen one. I am totally going to play that, and I'm totally going to help build this Inquisition into this mighty force to be reckoned with. And I'm incredibly excited about that. Oh, it occurs to me, I meant to run back and check our potions. I gathered a lot of elf root as I was doing the acquisition, looking for the logging stand. So I'm gonna run over here, and I really want to see if we have enough potions to fill the requisition. It's like I filled so many. I grabbed so many. I feel like it was enough. I feel like it has to be. I grabbed so many. Unless, of course, I already upgraded it, which, to be honest, I have no memory, so I don't remember if I did. I did not, and I do have enough, by a lot. Told you. There you go. We have upgraded it. Now, the next one, we're going to need Embrium and some Prophet's Laurel, and we'll find that in time. And then the Regenerative Potion, we need more Elf Root, and which we don't have. And then with this one, for our increased healing, which we need, which we could do, but we don't have enough Elf Root for that either, so we're getting there. Lots of Elf Root, so little time. Okay, so we already talked to Solus. Anyway, this is going to be a longer episode, but there's so much to talk to, and I think it's worth it to extend the episode length in order to get, more of our introductory stuff done. So, next up is Varric.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful.
True.
Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
Oh, I love Varric. It's been so long. This is a ball.
I'm just glad I'm still standing after all that.
I still can't believe you survived Cassandra.
True.
You're lucky you were out cold for most
of
of
the frames. What happened?
Rage. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and Maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. True. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
He's such a good guy.
It's pure luck that I escaped.
Good luck or bad?
To be determined.
Consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, anyway, we're just going to do the initial check-in. We're not going to, like, grill anybody yet about their whole life story. We're just going to do our initial check-in.
Hey, or good as it could be, the sky ripped apart.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
Okay, so this is our little our little store in here. First thing we're going to do is sell all of our junk, because that was just on the list. Other than that, that's all I really needed to do with that one. Okay, now that's everything in the initial stuff inside. That's all done. Now the next thing is, I guess we'll go left first, and then we'll get to those two, because those other ones are more important. Now, this is our horse area. We don't have access. Our animals will be kept in here once we have them. We will be working towards horses as quickly as possible, because I want to check out the new mounts. Anyway.
Expected you'd be by. I'm Herald, and everyone knows who you are.
That's fair.
How's the new gear fit?
Sturdy and warm.
Yeah, my gear looks very warm.
World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
There we go. Okay.
Goodbye.
Right.
So we're not going to grill him too much, but we now have officially looked at everything. This will just be a whole big old stock, or actually not that one. That's just some arms. This one will be just a group of crafting materials. Yeah. Okay, so this is just like his little store, and you can now. This is the Tactician's Renewal. I'm pretty sure what this does is it will reset your stuff. So you can like move around your so you can move around your abilities. So if you don't like what you did, you can redo it at any time. So that's awesome. Now here's our crafting armor area. I know how to craft armor. So that's what the helmet looks like. Aren't you happy that I used hide helmet? But anyway, so you can improve the stuff that you have. Looks like with this one, I can actually craft some of this stuff. And you can decide what material that you put into it. So basically, like, you know, in the different stuff you put into it will have different effects. And so it leaves stuff really wide open. This is like defense, and so all the stuff you put into it means something. So, but I don't need to craft that. We already have one of those, but that's just how that works. You can also modify your weapons at any time. And like put like upgrades on them if you have them or if they're available or whatever. Same thing with your armor. You can also equip stuff on your armor depending on if it's able to or whatever. Like with this one, I could upgrade the arms. So this one, if I add it, will give me more range defense. I don't need it. It also modifies the appearance as well. So it's not just, you know, stats. It is also cosmetic, which is fun. Now, there's a whole bunch of, of stuff here to build that you can totally create. It's just a matter of having the materials. Now, some of the time you can actually make stuff better than you can find. So sometimes you'll go through like droughts of not being able to find anything good, and it's often wise that you can just make it. So something to keep your eyes peeled for, and it is something else that's really fun to invest in. Now, I think our last area that we will do before we call this episode good, which is a shame because I really would love to keep playing, but alas, I can't make this episode like 55 hours or whatever. So next up is Cassandra. She's upset. So this is like one of the romance options. Don't be deceived. Cassandra is not into women. I figured that out by accident. One of the first time I played, I tried to romance her, or one of the first times. Tried to romance her. She's not into women. She waits a long time before she officially lets you know. Very awkward.
I think you need practice dummies made of sturdier stuff.
That would be nice.
Like maybe iron.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see.
True.
And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it.
Also
they
true.
will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But
So
is this
true.
the Maker's will? I can only guess.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I?
No. The world's falling to pieces, man. I don't think you had a choice.
My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail.
I can agree with
But I
that.
misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
Can't say I'm not grateful to hear that.
I can be harsh, I know.
Yeah, pretty scary, I know that.
You've said you believe you're chosen. Does that mean you believe in the Maker?
I believe he exists.
That's comforting. Surely the Maker put us both on this path for a reason. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
And again, that's the part we're going to play, is the person, I do believe in the Maker, I believe I'm chosen, I believe I am the Herald of Andraste. That's the part we're playing, so... And I'm very excited for that. Next up is Colin.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
Like,
We've
sup?
received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
I must have this mark for a reason. It will work. I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new Divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
Again, another romance option, and he is totally into girls. So, but we're not romancing him, I'm just saying that he is another one of your options.
You understand our situation. I appreciate your opinion.
Look around. Our people are well organized and committed. Despite what the clerics think, we are in the best position to help. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Indeed. Just a slave to the grind, eh, Colin? Regardless, happy to have him on our team, that's for sure. Alright, I think these guys could talk, don't they?
See reason. You're the one they're calling the Herald.
It rather rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Lols.
No. I did not join the Order to adjust my faith so easily. But I appreciate what the Inquisition is trying to do, and your role. Though you may find not many Templars do. We're a distrustful lot by nature.
Yeah, I think
I
that's...
will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
There we go, got what we needed. Also, loot! I'm a slave to it. You have found a sigil. Sigils can be attached to armors and give special bonuses along with unique hindrances. Really? I was actually seeing that. I didn't know what that was. I wonder if that's a DLC thing. I've never heard of sigils before. I mean, I don't think so. I also could be just retarded. It's hard to say. Okay, hang on a minute. Actually, wait a minute. Wait. Let's go ahead and check this out really quick. Because considering we're right beside the blacksmith. Let's go ahead and look at what this sigil is. That's interesting. I don't know. It also occurs to me we're gonna get a lot of achievements because there's a lot of DLC we're about to play with, so that's very fun. Anyway, what the heck am I wearing? There we are. Sigil. Sigil of the Nug. So I get a healing bonus, but I also attack less. Well, that's not worth anything. Because, like, I mean, healing bonus is nice, but not at the cost of being weaker. So, anyway, we will keep an eye out for some good sigils, but, you know, that's not one that we're interested in equipping. Anyway, perfect. Well, I think this is going to be a great place to call it, as much as I would love to just play this all day long. Alas, we must move on with our lives, otherwise we will just... We never will. Anyway, look how pretty this is. Look how pretty I am. I am so excited for this game and what's happening, and I hope you guys are as well. I am very happy to be taking a break from Star Wars. Don't get me wrong, I love Star Wars, and I love this game. It's just nice to have some diversity on my channel. So, the plan today is, I'm not entirely positive what time it is. However, initially what I'm thinking here is that I'm going to finish my anime today that I'm on. I only have like an episode or 2 left. We'll watch it, and I'm probably going to try to do a positive anime review today as well. So you can maybe look forward to that either today or tomorrow. It might not happen today, but if it does, then you can keep an eye out for that. Also, tomorrow is Friday. There will be another part of this, and I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or Saturday or what'll happen, but pretty soon here, I'm going to try and find a new spot for... not a new spot. I'm going to try and find a good spot to put Rise of the Witch King. I'm still doing playtesting. I didn't have any time last night because I literally, right as I finished uploading my final video yesterday after our crazy marathon of recording, I didn't have any time at all. I had to go right to bed. So anyway, it just took all day long to record and edit and save and all that stuff. So anyway, but regardless, it was worth it because we're on this today, and I'm so excited to be on this today. Anywho, but regardless, that will call it for today, and I am hopeful to get a Rise of the Witch King video out sometime in the next few days. And also a positive anime review sometime out in the next few days. Now, the anime review might be today. Rise of the Witch King will not be. It'll be either tomorrow or Saturday or Monday or something like that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later. Hey guys, Darth Clark here.
Oh my gosh, though, what an upset. Darius is like, forget your type advantage, scrub.
And look at that stat line.
Ooh, sexy. This is your chance, my dude.
It's tear gas. Reznov, save me. Everyone's rushing. Let's rush too.
You could say we're rushing to the objective? I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna shoot your little toes. You think PETA's gonna come after me for just executing these monkeys for literally no reason at all?
Shoot at me, so oh my gosh! Be careful what you wish for, kids.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.